What's up, everybody? Welcome back. A Timberwolves victory. Gerald can taste 52 wins, and I think we're going to be able to feel that for the next few games. I was expecting this to be a loss. I was not. And honestly, this was kind of a weird game because obviously it was super fun, but I don't know, something about this game I was just very out of. Which usually when I'm out of games, it seems like the Timberwolves are out of games, but no, they were in it. They were in it from the start. Maybe a little rocky start to the game, but overall, I mean, this was a fantastic game. We won by 37 points. So I will certainly take that. Um, we've got a game tomorrow night already, I believe against Portland. So another semi-winnable game, not nearly as winnable as tonight, but hey, I mean, I'll take that over like the Warriors and the Bulls and the Dallas Mavs and all these people, that we keep going up against. So I'll take it. But anyways, I forgot to update my header on YouTube. We're 35 and 29. 35 and 29. That's crazy. But we've got a game tomorrow, so I'm not gonna go on too long. And honestly, I'm probably just gonna jump straight into the tier list because I mean, this game was good. There's really just not much to say though. Like, what are you supposed to say about this game? Like, oh, we dominated, like we should. uh, it's fun. It's gonna be fun to look at the tier list, and that's honestly what I'm probably looking forward to most. So, what the heck? We'll get into the tier list. I don't know what's going on here. Well, let's see. Can I somehow make this so that it doesn't look so crazy? Wow. Okay. There, my face is huge though. I have to like back up. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're into the tier list. Technical difficulties already. Apparently, I swear I've done this before. I don't know why it's not working right now, but I also don't have the effort to do this. Anyways, so straight into it. Again, I'm not gonna go over Nathan Knight. I'm not gonna go over Jake Layman. I'm not gonna go over Balmaro. Although Balmaro hit 2 threes out of 3 attempts. Insane. Josh Okogie played some minutes. Noel played some minutes, but nothing too crazy. But then we start to get into like the players tonight, and it was kind of crazy. So our first player that we're going to go off of, which seems wrong, but we're going to do the first player, is Naz Reid. Naz Reid played 17 minutes, had 20 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. He was a perfect 8 for 8, 2 of 2 from 3, and he was a team high plus 29. But I mean, obviously, it doesn't really matter on a night like tonight. But I mean, he dominated. A lot of times we bring in the bench and it's not as good of a story. Well, that's not true. No, our bench has been pretty good. I have to back up. This looks so crazy to be so like insane like this. But sometimes we bring in our bench and it's like a little sometimes we maybe lose a lead or I think I'm saying this all wrong. But sometimes you don't have 20-point performances out of your bench from one player, let alone the whole bench. And tonight we had 3 bench players in double figures. We had Beasley, Prince, and Naz Reid go for 15, 18, and 20. So right there, that's like a starting lineup. We could have played them tonight as our starters. And basically did. But anyways, Naz Reid, I mean, there's really no debating on what was tonight. But let's see. Gerald, Naz, I would say A1, but the game was so forgettable. There was no soul to it. See, that's kind of my thing. I'm so like out of it right now. I don't feel like I'm really like excited to talk about this because it was just like a game. I don't know. We just played our regular game. But yeah, no. This was a good game. I almost feel like we have to go A1 though. 8 for 8 out of what we expect. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with A1 just because I think that's what everybody's gonna do. Honestly, I mean the whole game, I'm just glad we won. I don't really care about any individual performances. Like I could literally care less. Nas was fun because he just kept going off, but yeah. Even the Discord was really quiet because there was no mega ups, there was no mega downs. Yeah. Also, I feel like just right off the bat there was like nobody paying attention. Like nobody was on Twitter really. Nobody was in the Discord. It's almost like people didn't know there was a game today. Um, which I mean, there basically wasn't. But yeah, it was really quiet and it was strange. But anyway, we're gonna push through. This is gonna be a world record show, by the way. World record speed. So next up, and then we're moving on. There's no other comments on Naz Reid. Torian Prince, 18 points, 5 rebounds, 7 to 10 shooting. Again, an incredible shooting night for Prince. 3 of 5 from 3. A really, really good night from Prince. I don't know if it constitutes as like A1 territory. Probably an A. I mean, out of what we expect, like, of course I want this out of him every night, but I don't really expect this out of him. So I'm going to go with an A. But, who else do we got? We've got, who else? Missed somebody, I think. Oh, no, I did not skip somebody. I was going to say A franchise Prince, seriously. I mean, it's weird. Prince has been so huge for us, and if he plays like this, like when we come into play-in, playoff times, crazy. So, I graded him. Yes, I did. I'm so out of it right now. Jordan McLaughlin, 5 points, 2 of 3 shooting. Played 22 minutes and didn't really do much. He had the crazy ball boy play or whatever, mop boy plays or whatever. That was one of the weirder things I've ever seen in basketball. But thank goodness that didn't actually cost us anything. That would have drove me. But either way, kind of a whatever game from him. I feel like I can't give anybody a D. So I'm just gonna give him a C. Kind of what I expect out of him. I guess playing more minutes and maybe expect a little bit more production, but like, what production are you gonna get when Nas is scoring 20, Prince is scoring 18, and then Beasley's scoring 15? It's insane. Okay, good. Gerald agrees with me. That's all that matters. Next up, last of the bench, Malik Beasley, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He was 5 of 10 shooting from 3. Almost tied Kevin Love's record, and it sounds like Dave Benz is very confident that he's going to make over 2 threes in the next game, or he's going to make 2 threes in the next game, which I guess he should be. I mean, high volume all season, so even on his bad nights, he's like 1 of 12 or 2 of 10 or something. But this was kind of the game that we hope for and expect from Beasley, I think. I mean, the 5 of 10 shooting is pretty good. You would expect closer to like 3 of 10 or 3 of 12 even, or something like that. So I'd say this is a pretty good game. I think similar to what we've talked about in the past, like I have pretty high expectations for Beasley, so like this is kind of more where I'd want him to be. But just simply because he's it was a good game, and that I'm gonna give him a B. Yeah, okay, Gerald agrees again. That's all that matters to me. So on to the starters. What do we got? Where's all the Nas haters at? Jared, I don't know. Were there haters out there? 5 rebounds too. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I thought at a point he was gonna get a double-double. Both him and Nas, I thought were gonna get double-doubles. Yeah. Where's all the Nas haters? I don't think there's that many Nas haters. Well, here's the thing. I think we need to be realistic. Like, there was no center on the team for them, really. So Nas was able to be a shooter. He was able to be a wing center. He could do anything. So I'm not in here expecting anything like this coming from him anytime soon. So I'm not necessarily on cloud 9 with Nas right now because he's had some really rough games. But this is good. I mean, hey, if he can build his confidence and get some shots up and shots in, I mean, he went 8 for 8 tonight. I'm all for him being a shot maker come playoffs time, or play-in time. I never want to say too much playoffs just in case we don't make another play-in game. But anyways, let's do the starters real quick. Jared Vanderbilt, 4 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Kind of a overall hustle night, but not really production night. It was decent. Nothing crazy. Again, this is kind of what I expect out of him, so I'm going to give him a C. Nothing wrong, but also nothing fantastic. I don't remember anything crazy. Jaden McDaniels next. So Jaden had 16 points, 2 assists, 2 steals. Only thought that I really had on Jaden, he was 6 of 12 shooting, by the way. led the team in shot attempts, tied with Karl Anthony Towns. Just still baffling to me, but it's starting to make a little bit more sense. You know, in the beginning of the season, I was very critical of Jaden McDaniels' shot taking and how much he was taking it, and I just kept blaming the coaches, and I'm like, the coaches must be forcing this to happen. Maybe they were forcing it to happen because they knew he could make shots. That's kind of what I'm starting to think now. So interesting, you know. It's definitely. I'm thinking that might be it. B plus he faded in the second, but OKC actually made. Yeah, and also like, you know, I mean, when you're up that much, not to say that you should ease off, but like other players get involved, and like, yeah, he's gonna get clamped down. I mean, clamped by the OKC Thunder, but like, because you know, like it's gonna be tougher to make him. Just like we adjusted a little bit to who was it? Shy, Hey, I don't know. I don't even know how to say his name. I'm suddenly blanking. I was like laughing when Jim Pete was talking about people not knowing how to say his name, and now I'm like, wait, I don't even know. But anyways, yeah, it was SGA. Yeah, I couldn't even think of the initials. I'm like on the spot right now. But yeah, no, it was a good night for McDaniels. I agree with Gerald. I think. By the way, I'm not doing the Discord tonight because I don't think there was a tier list in Discord. If there was, I feel really bad, so I feel like I should check. But I don't think there was. Because I mean, I'm telling you, everybody, like, no Wolves fans were present for tonight's game. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Nope. So yeah, good game from Jaden, and he's just still continuing to make shots, so I won't complain. Um, Beverley. Beverley was booed out the gate, which was, I guess, surprising to me. I mean, I guess I kind of expected this more from some other people this year, not so much Oklahoma City, but I guess it makes sense that him and Russ would have some tussles, and they're kind of people that I feel like wouldn't necessarily see eye to eye. They're kind of it's not very similar, but like, I don't know, they're just they don't seem like they would mix well. But he hit 2 threes to kind of quiet him a little bit and hit a free throw, and that's all. And then he had 8 assists actually. 2 of 8 shooting, not really that great. 4 fouls. I'd say honestly, this might even be lower. I'm not gonna give him a D. It wasn't a good night, but for how much we won by, I can't give him a D. He didn't take away from the team, even though 2 of 8 shooting is not great. I'm gonna say C, probably a low C for me. Just because if we lost, it would be a D, I think. Because I mean, there was a couple plays here and there, and like the assists obviously help, but like, I don't know, just didn't feel that same Pat Bev. It was okay. Who's up next? Who am I? Oh, I've only got 2 left. Let's do D'Lo first. So D'Lo, 17 points, 7 rebounds, or 7 assists. Excuse me. Oof. 3 steals. 5 of 11 shooting. It's kind of funny. I felt like he was dominating shooting, but he only had 17 points and only made 5 shots. He did get to the line a little bit, but yeah, he was a plus 13. Interesting note. We'll get to Karl in a second, but Karl was even. He was a plus 0, and Russell was a plus 13. So dive in and think about that one a little bit more as to why that happened. But I think Towns was in there a lot in the beginning half. I don't know. I guess I can't remember. This is a very forgettable win. I'm telling you, forgettable. But anyways, D'Lo. I thought this was a good game from D'Lo. I don't know. I feel like he's in one of those grooves right now where he's like really, really benefiting the team. Where there's other nights where I don't feel like that. He's kind of just taking a shot. But tonight, pretty good tonight. So I would say for D'Lo, but again, it's kind of close to what we expect. So yeah, I think Gerald, you're right. I think it's somewhere in like a C, not like a low C, but I think it was a pretty good night. Only 2 turnovers too, so obviously I'll take that. And lastly, Karl Anthony Towns, 22 minutes only. No, wait, I'm reading this wrong. 25 minutes. My goodness, still the most played player today was Towns and Russell, both with 25 minutes. Towns had 20 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, a block, 7 of 12 shooting, 5 of 7 from the line, only 2 personal fouls, at plus 0, whatever that means. But Pretty good night. I mean, it seemed like in the beginning, I was very nervous. I actually in the Discord was talking, and I was like, "This is like a Wancho level night from Cat." And this was after like the first 2 or 3 minutes. He just kept doing the stupid, weird, stray voltage things that he loves to do for some reason. And I mean, he was doing like stupid outlet passes, just turning the ball over. Um, yeah, he did end up with 3 turnovers, so that sucks. But yeah, I mean, this was a bad start for Towns, but then he kind of made up for it, and he started to make some plays that have really been like, yeah, that's what I want from Towns. Like he's driving and getting layups, taking. I think it's just a lot of his shots are good shots. He's had some better defense, and as Gerald, I think it was Gerald that was noticing it in the Discord. Um, you know, he's communicating on defense a little bit. Yeah, exactly. You said it exactly as I said it. Yeah, and I think your point before that, we didn't really need him to win. It's kind of true. You know? Be insane. And I think I agree. I think this is probably a C plus, maybe a B. I think I'm going to C though. I mean, we kind of expect this out of Towns. Um, so we'll give him a C plus. These everybody else outshine what you would normally expect. I guess Beasley might be the only one that you might want to take down a peg, but um, yeah, I think um, that's kind of how it looks, and that's kind of how it was. It was a pretty good game. There we go. I can move back now. Sheesh, gotta fix that camera. But anyways, so next up, tomorrow night. By the way, free tickets in the Timberwolves app. I don't know if it's for tomorrow's game though. I think it's for a different game. Tomorrow they play at home though, I believe. Oh my gosh, my app is taking too long. Hilo has been a general lately. Yeah, see, he's had moments like that this season. He's been streaky both in his shot and in like his ability to lead the team. And lately it's been, I don't know, it's been really good. But yeah. Tomorrow night, a Saturday night game against the Trailblazers. It's crazy to me. I know we're the Timberwolves, so it's like we've had these terrible teams to root for, and we still show up at games. But like the Oklahoma City Thunder crowd is loud, and there's quite a few of them there, at least from the camera shots that I was paying attention to. I like how sad is it that they just came to a game and lost by 38 points or 37 points. Like I know that that's the Timberwolves past, and probably their future too. But it's I just saw that in the beginning of the game. I was like, man, these guys are gonna get trounced. It's crazy. Yeah, Gerald. So tomorrow night we play the Portland Trailblazers at home, and then we play the Trailblazers again on Monday night. And in case anybody's wondering, the T-Blazers are currently in the 11th seed behind the New Orleans Pelicans, who the Pelicans are going crazy right now. I know some people are a little nervous about the Pelicans. We should only be nervous about them in the second play-in game. I don't think we have to worry about them overtaking the 9 or the 8 seed. They'd have to go on such a run. Not impossible, certainly not. I mean, they've got a good team now, and we've known that. I mean, those first couple games that we played against New Orleans, they weren't easy games. I think we even lost 1 or 2 of them. I can't remember, but either way, we knew. I mean, Valanciunas had like 20 rebounds one game, and like, it's a tough team, and now they have McCollum, so scary. I certainly would not want to face them in a play-in game because they are going to be on cloud 9. Even though they're 27 and 36 right now, they're going to be very excited. But yeah, so the next game's at home, and then the Monday game at home. The Trailblazers currently have lost 3 in a row. Anthony Simons, Ant number 2, has been pretty good lately. I haven't paid attention to their last couple games, I guess, but he's been pretty solid for them since they lost McCollum. And then we play the Thunder again next Wednesday, I believe, and I believe that's at home. Could be wrong about that one. Nope, I am right. Faux Ant, true, very true. And then we play the Magic on Friday. So we've got kind of a typical NBA basketball Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule next week. And then tomorrow's game. So tomorrow's game, I will be at that game. I will have a post-game stream after that one for sure, regardless of how boring it is, if it is boring or if we lose or whatever it is. I will be live. And then Mondays as well. I believe I should be free for Wednesdays too. Should be free for the next Friday, the Saturday, for the foreseeable future. The only one, nope. I think actually I'm pretty good for almost every game, other than maybe a Sunday game. If there's any late games too, I can't do that. But yeah, we're in the home stretch. This is a huge stretch for us to go 5-0. I mean, well, we've already won 2 in a row. So I mean, if we did this, then we'd win like 7 in a row. We should sit Ant till the 12th. Ooh, yeah, against the Heat. Maybe. Honestly, I'm at this point where, like, I've heard all these different things from people. I mean, like, we had Jelson. I don't know if Jelson's here right now, but like Jelson we've talked about this too. But Jelson says that this however you say it, the tendinopathy or something, um, it's not something that like you get treatment for and it's done. Like, it's something you manage throughout your career. And then I've also heard like Dane's most recent perspective today or yesterday or whenever that was, when he talked to some kind of a doctor, and they're like, yeah, like, you can't just rest him for a couple games and he's good. Like, you have to rest him for a long time. So obviously I'm hopeful for this offseason to have that ability, but I also don't want that to be flaring back up. And I certainly, like, if we're winning games, especially when we're playing these games against Oklahoma City, Portland, Magic, at all these games, and like three of the next 4 games are at home. Like, I want Ant to be healthy. Tendinosis. Yeah, management thing, and that scares me. I hate that because he's 20. Crazy that he's still 20. How is he still 20? But he needs a lifestyle food changes. Interesting. I didn't know that. But yeah, I just hope that this isn't something that we have to. I mean, we're gonna have to deal with it probably for his whole career. And I'm not saying us as fans. I'm saying him too. He doesn't want to deal with this. This is gonna be so annoying for him. He's so young and too young in his career to have to deal with something like this. So you can only hope that it's something that either we're able to give him plenty of rest and he doesn't have to worry and he just gets better. You manage it as you go, take games off as needed if that's something that even helps. But yeah, because obviously I think everybody knows it here, and has the possibility of being like a generational, like, perennial all-star player. It's not even like, oh, he could be. Like, he will be if he can play healthy, because when he's played healthy, he's looked incredible, especially this season. He started this season insane. So that's all you can hope for. But anyways, I'm not a doctor. I don't know anything about that. And that's all. We're gonna finish the show in under 30 minutes tonight, because it was a good win, a boring win, and I have no other comments. So we'll be back tomorrow. If you're watching this on the VOD, we will be back tomorrow, probably after Timberwolves Daily Show. Usually that timing works out right, because that's usually when I get home from the game. But it depends. It can kind of fluctuate a little bit. But even if I'm late, I'll be here tomorrow. So, Michael Jordan. Oh, yeah, that's right. Was it you comparing it to him? Yeah. I hope it ends up like a Michael Jordan career. But anyways, I appreciate you guys showing up. If you enjoy the stream, like the video, subscribe for more Wolves content. We do this after every game. We're up to 125 subscribers, and that feels insane, because it took us the whole year to get from 0 to 100 on Twitch. And we already got to 125 before the end of the season. So, but anyways, my terrible goodbyes are going to make me go over 30 minutes. I'm not going over 30 minutes. So, what is the line, Gerald? You got to give us your line before I give you my line. And then I guess it's Ashwin's line. He claimed it one day, even though I'm the one that said it. 52 wins it is. Exactly. 52 wins. Intro as the outro is mine, / Ashwin's. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, right here. I think it's just me again. I don't know when Ashwin gets home, but I'm just planning to do these all by myself, / maybe with Timberwolves Daily. Tonight, I just wanted to do it by myself because I knew it was going to be a super short show. But anyways, free tickets. Check it out in Timberwolves app. I'll see you tomorrow night.